Check the vibe.
Vibe check.
Big vibe check. Check
What's
that
the vibe like?
What is good? Brothers turning to their brethren in the building. Got a monster jacked up, dude.
Cheers, bud. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, cheers, man. Hey, there you go.
Unchecked white aggression.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like
That is a zip that I needed, bud.
I like my caffeine drinks like I like my politicians. White monsters.
That's true.
That's a fun one.
It's very true.
So yeah, here we are.
Manspreading on a Tuesday.
I mean, I'll manspread. I'll cross the leg here
We should
sometime.
mirror. Maybe that I'm here.
No, this is a mirror.
Or I'm here. Maybe this is it.
This is the mirror here.
What do you think about this? How about on a first date? What's your approach?
I open the body and I face them.
Because body language is huge, man.
Oh, I just learned that 5-6 years ago.
What were you doing before?
I was a slouch guy.
You were talking straight ahead and hoping
I was like,
she was
look,
like, where are you from?
I just care about you. And she's over there watching the game. Or, yeah, when do you touch the inner thigh?
Ooh, wow. Yeah, on a first date? I don't know.
But also sometimes definitely on a first date.
Yes.
I touched the inner thigh on a first date not too long ago.
If the vibe is right, for sure.
Vibe was right, but you start outer thigh.
Yeah. No, I mean, maybe an accidental one of these.
Yeah. What are you doing?
You're like, you're hilarious.
Oh, man. Right behind the elbow.
Jesus. No, that's not the move.
Grab right behind the elbow?
I would stay
They don't like that?
I would stay away from that.
All right. I like to grab them by the little fat under their shoulder.
You fatty.
Yeah,
You little fatty. They love that. Yeah.
That's the worst. Everybody's self-conscious about that.
Who is? I mean,
Women
yeah,
are.
everybody
I don't know.
is,
I don't ever think about it ever.
You think about it all the time. You mentioned it yesterday.
The fat in my shoulder.
Yeah, you're like, how does my shoulder area look?
Yeah, I pinch them there. Those usually
Start with
on
that.
the first date. Look, that's cute.
Hey, cutie. Nice to meet you.
Oh
You
man.
said Philadelphia, right?
And yeah, that's good first date vibe. You had any first dates recently?
No,
You've
first
been
dates for
crushing first dates.
Been on some
2019 was big first dates for JT.
Yes, I like it. I think it's first of all, it's just an interesting night. It always is. If it goes good, of course, it's very
FDs?
interesting. But when it goes bad, it's almost even better. Not better. If it's really bad, that just is annoying and sucks and a waste of a night. But a bad date can give you just a fantastic story.
Great
sometimes.
story.
Yes,
You've had some of those, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
We've recapped that, I believe,
Broken that
a
down
couple
for
times.
sure. Yeah. But I
s-
stay away from the pinching and stuff like that.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't lead to a lot of second dates, but to your point,
No, or
sometimes it's a
anything.
fun first date.
Yeah.
When do you think she stopped liking it? I pinched a little fat under
Not a good start, Nines.
right there under her armpit.
Have you been on many first dates? What's your dating life like? And do you lead? I'd like to ask this question.
Which
when
question?
do you bring in comedy into it? Do you tell them right away? Do you wait? Do you let them ask?
Sometimes they. I think I was on a first date last night. I got wooed away last.
Yeah. What was that, by the way? What happened? All of a sudden,
Yeah,
I
that's
turned
right.
around and you're like, Johnny, I'm out.
I'm out, dude.
And I said, I'm out as well.
That
I'm
was-
not going.
That was wild. Yeah. So, I would say that a lot of times the first date is initiated because I do comedy now.
Okay. Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
I don't do like
they
the.
recognize you.
I'm not swiping on the apps and shit like that as much. I meet. I would say most of the women that I've met this year have all been through comedy.
Fangirls. You're dating fangirls.
For the most part. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's a way to meet people.
Certainly.
It's an easy way to meet people, too. And then also they immediately know where I stand as far as like, well, you met me at a comedy show, so I do comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that Fridays and Saturday nights, we're not going out.
I'm busy.
Yeah, you're coming to my show or
Come
you're
see
not
me.
coming at all. Either way, you're not
Jesus
coming.
Christ.
I'm coming. You're not coming. And so that's kind of that helps. But like if I'm like maybe spitting game or something at a bar or something like that, it's a weird thing. Eventually somebody will ask what you do though.
Right.
And then I'll say that, and then it leads to them saying, "Tell me a joke."
Right. You must love
And
that.
then I hate that. You know how I get with that.
You do. I love. I actually. I love when I get to watch somebody ask you that. That's fun. How about the guy last night who came up like, "Hey, do you listen to this joke?
Oh, I'd
The
shut him
branch
down.
manager joke."
Yeah, you got that.
That was
Well,
unbelievable.
he had told me that was the third joke he was telling me. I was like, "Tell my brother." As I said,
I was like, he's like, "Do you think it's funny?" I'm like, "I don't think that's funny at all."
he was. Yeah, we were a tough crowd, but that was good. That guy had like 4 jokes lined
He's
up.
from the Jersey Shore.
Well, some people say, you got to meet my buddy Mike. He's a comedian. And then people get so excited to see a comedian that they'll like come locked and loaded. They're like, heard your comedian, boom. You don't even get a chance
Make
to
me
like
laugh.
breathe.
Right.
Not that. They tell you jokes.
Oh God.
Meanwhile, I'm like, did you write those jokes? They're like, nah, my buddy told me this. I was like, then you can't do those jokes. Then that's
I read
not,
that off the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
Like
reading a meme.
most of these jokes are just like stupid jokes you'd tell at work.
for sure.
But yeah, people are the worst. But last night it was funny. I was at that bar. Shout out to Coach House.
Big shout out to Coach.
I think I was just telling you how much I don't like Scottsdale
Yeah. Oh,
anymore.
absolutely. You were
And
like,
then,
I'm so fucking over this place. I fucking hate it. I'm like, damn, chill.
And then somebody came up to me and they're like, "Yeah, you do comedy," and they were at the show
I'm like, all right,
a couple
this
weeks
place
ago.
is okay. You think I'm cool? All right.
Well,
I'll
that's
give- I'll
one
give
of
Scottsdale a
one of
chance.
the chicks wasn't at the show, and she was cute, and she was. We just started talking, but she did ask that immediately. She was like, "Tell me a joke," and I said no, because then it's hard. You know, first of all, my jokes aren't jokes you can tell. Like,
Right. How do you feel about Jeffrey Dahmer?
yeah, exactly.
Get ready.
Like,
Strap in.
I can't. Because they saw This Week Sucks Tonight, and they were like, "You told some of the funniest 9/11 jokes I've ever heard." And then this chick was like, "Tell me your 9/11 jokes," and I was like, "I can't just tell you
Right.
a 9/11 joke."
Buildings just don't fall. That
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Barbara Bush's pussy.
Jesus.
Without that pussy, those buildings are still standing.
Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. But
Yeah. Yeah, so that was, but she was cool though.
where did that go from there? You guys left.
So then they were bouncing around, and all of a sudden I'm in this.
you said you were Boondocks, and I was like, I'm going home.
I know.
That is not.
Well, it was a Monday. It was actually Boondocks is horrible for the most part, but it was like nobody was anywhere.
Okay.
So you were just with squad wherever you were at. I could have been at Bottle Blonde, and it was only 7 of
Jesus, I am out.
them. But yeah, we went there, and they were coupled up. So I was like, oh, this isn't bad. They were like 2 engaged couples or something like that.
And then you're over here.
And then I'm with over here. I'm over here now. And and then so she was the fifth wheel, and so I stabilized the vehicle, you could say.
for sure, you're the.
We were
spare.
now a dually, if you're familiar with trucks.
Two in the front.
4 in the back. And so we're dually trucking around. And yeah, we were just vibing. It was cool.
Yeah.
I definitely
Just-
tried.
Just vibing.
It was fine. I definitely tried to. I was feeling it out, and I was like, all right, well, she's clearly into me. We're talking like to a degree where it's like good, and then I was like, I should go in for a kiss or something like that, and then I didn't get that done though.
Did you get close and then back away?
Close, and then she kind of backed away.
She gave you the cobra.
We went back into conversation though.
You went in for a kiss and she backed out. And,
And
then you
she
went back
backed
in,
out.
And then you were like, oh yeah.
And then we
Cool.
kind of acted like it didn't occur. It was actually kind of awkward. But then by the end of the night, like phone number, Snapchat,
Right.
all
Next
that.
time we'll kiss. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There was it was probably like that. Like maybe I
Oh, that's funny.
overplayed my card.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
I
But
thought
what was the moment you thought to go in?
it was a moment that made sense. I remember it was like
She was like, "That's
body
when I lost
language
My, that's when I
opened
lost
up.
my father." You're like,
we were talking about how she's a nurse, and people that have colostomy bags in the prison system sometimes charge people $40 to fuck them.
Excuse
So I was like, well, I should probably
This
kiss
is
her now.
kissable moment.
Yeah,
Right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Get in.
Did you know that she's a nurse in some prison system or something like that?
No, they fucked the colostomy bag.
Dude, so if you have a colostomy bag, right, then
Right.
you have your intestines are flipped inside out,
Mhm.
and you're shitting out that way.
Jesus.
If you're in the prison system, 40 an hour. You can go to town on that thing, dude. A little nutter butter in
is
your
a-
stomach, dude.
Jesus. That's a rough.
Talk
look.
about getting in them guts, dude. That is, I was blown away.
Wow.
So she said that story, and I was like, oh, we should kiss. No, I'm kidding. It was some different. I forget what it was. I think she said she's a Scorpio, and I was like, damn.
Well, then Scorpios love to kiss. Right?
It made sense in the moment, but also it was like fine. It wasn't like. It actually could have been much more weird, right?
Oh yeah.
But it wasn't that weird, and we still ended up.
That's amazing. So I do comedy.
Then I was like, did I mention I do comedy?
9/11. That's awesome.
But
I just
yeah.
had an awkward, bit of an awkward situation myself. Not a kissing situation, but I was at the grocery store before I got here.
Yeah, big vibes.
Huge vibes. Out of toilet paper at the crib, so I had to go get it. I was just buying
You
toilet paper.
Fries or Safeway guy?
I'm Fries just because it's
Proximity.
Closer. Yeah, proximity. But I like a Safeway. I would
So
go
I
to a
actually
Safeway. Yeah, I
vouch
feel
for
safer
Safeway.
at a Safeway.
Yeah.
That's the way to
It's
feel
the
safe.
Safeway.
Yeah.
So you're getting TP.
TP. And
Are you
can
buying anything else?
nothing else. So it's just
There's one need
no.
at the house.
I did
right
buy.
now.
I bought. God damn it! What's it called? Hair product.
Ibuprofen.
No, so it's me.
Ibuprofen.
Yeah, hemorrhoid preparation H and toilet paper.
I got a lifetime supply of Tums and toilet paper.
And it was either way. I'm carrying 48 rolls of
the big
toilet
one.
paper.
You're not going to buy toilet paper for months.
Right, and hair product. And I run into this, and I run into a girl I know, and it's just like, she's like, "What's up? How are you?" I'm like, "I'm taking a lot of shits." I mean, I don't, you know what I mean? Like
moving bowels.
I didn't say that, but it's just awkward to be holding that much toilet paper. It was fine. I think I handled it well. I tried to kiss her like right away.
You did.
It was like,
do
you want to
talk about the colostomy bag thing? Were we trying to kiss or what?
But it was awkward.
Though, yeah, grocery stores sometimes can be an odd situation.
Certainly.
I remember mid-20s, I was in a situation where there was some girl that I definitely knew. I think you know her, too. We all, like, had similar friends. She was in our friend group at that time, and, like, I remember one time we had a night where it was like, is this a vibe, is this not a vibe? Right. And then, like, within that next week.
What's the vibe like?
KS La Vibe. And so and either way, within that like week or month or something, I remember I ran into her at a grocery store, and I was with the handheld one, so I didn't do the cart. I was like, let's do this,
okay.
And I was making mid-20 moves. I definitely had like a couple cans of SpaghettiOs. Yeah. I had like either bagel bites or za rolls,
pizza rolls.
Totino's was represented
just
well
getting
in that basket.
The essentials, yeah.
Yeah, and like no bread.
Right.
Or if it was bread, it was
plus,
white.
2-in-1, shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah, white bread, the worst cheese, and
toilet paper.
no toilet paper. Actually, which is more concerning to not buy toilet paper.
You're going to need some toilet paper.
You should get some toilet paper, big guy.
She said that's what she says. Are you sure you don't?
But I remember her looking at my. I was like trying not to expose the basket. You're having a whole conversation like, what's the vibe like? Meanwhile, she's exposed to your entire life.
Who you are.
Like, dude, are those the dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets in your basket right there, sir?
They are.
And then I asked her what her phone number was, only to use it for the fries discount. What's your number, though? Oh, you want to hit me up? No, I just don't have my...
Can't remember my phone number.
I'm in between fries cards right now. So
grocery stores can be super awkward for that reason.
Yeah. Meanwhile, she just came in for Plan B, so who the fuck is she?
Yeah, and then do you feel like sometimes you're just on the same route as another person, and it might feel like you're not like you're stalking them, but like
you're in the next aisle.
Yeah. And you keep doing it, and you keep walking by each other. A little glance, and you're like, I love Pepsi. How do you feel about Diet Pepsi? You know what I mean? I don't even know what to say.
Have you ever tried to cold open in a grocery store?
No.
Try to game somebody down?
I don't think so. No. Yeah. I worked in a grocery store. I did. I hung out with.
I remember you had one right bicep bigger than the other bicep because all you did was lift
for
bags.
For many reasons at that age. But
yeah, you were J.O. and using that to lift bags.
Yes, absolutely.
I remember you had
my right bicep was gigantic.
Weirdly large right bicep. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I did was just lift.
You never used the left arm.
That was my first job. What was your first job?
My first job was had to be Montgomery Inn, I think.
But first of all, shout out to the Snipes tent. I think a few people remember that Kroger in Montgomery. That's the one I'm talking about.
It's a great Kroger.
Absolutely.
I was driving by there recently.
Yeah, they've switched it up now. I remember the old Kroger. You remember the old Kroger? I mean, it was like...
Oh, it's like nice now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss the old one. It was not nice.
No, it wasn't that nice. I saw Barry Larkin and Corey Dillon in that.
I saw Barry Larkin too. I saw Marge Schott in there buying a bunch of booze.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I saw Larkin when he was doing cornrows. Remember that cornrows Larkin years?
Yeah, like early 2000s.
Yeah, it was like 01. I mean, again, we all dealt with.
Was he hitting?
We all
did
yeah.
he go 30 for 30?
I think honestly, he probably backed down to 20 at that point. 95 was his peak stuff. But
was he a captain?
He was definitely the captain.
100%.
Yeah, my captain. Cornrows Larkin was. He was still making plays.
Absolutely making plays, and he was leading a team.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, but we could have used some pitching.
Brandon Clausen.
Meanwhile, the Reds just got Mike Moustakas.
I like that a lot.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Big offseason move. 35 dingers. He'll get
31 years old.
Ribs.
I think he's right in it. Yeah. And if he performs, that city will love him.
Yeah, a guy named Moustakas.
Mikey
Moose. Dude, come on, bro.
Let's go.
But What were you asking? My first job? Yeah, Montgomery Inn. I got fired because I was at a fantasy baseball draft at Alex Specker's, and I called in with a sick thing. And first of all, they can find somebody else to do my job
Easy,
at Montgomery Inn easy. You think you
Plus
have
one,
leverage.
yeah.
What's
No,
up?
yeah.
And I said, it was probably a Saturday.
Yeah.
And then in hindsight, you don't think about it in that moment. I'm 16,
Yeah,
trying
job
to
doesn't matter.
want to hang with my buddies and draft a really bad baseball team. And I said I couldn't do it. And he said, if you don't show up in 30 minutes, you don't have a job here. And I said,
I guess I don't have a job.
said,
then, yeah.
heard, chef. Heard.
I guess I'm out of job.
That was tough.
Passed
Made a
the
lot
ball.
of money. Actually, thinking about that when I was sick, that was a lot. You could make like,
At that age.
as a busser on a one night, you'd make like $120 or something.
Ton of money at 16.
Imagine what the servers are making.
Or the bartender.
I spilled a whole water on an elderly woman one time. I was a bad busser. I'll give myself
We were
that.
probably high as shit.
Weak wrist,
Mm-hmm.
shaking it.
You got to be confident in anything you do, even if it's carrying a tray of waters to some strangers.
Tough. But, yeah, and then I worked at Jaguar dealership, Donato's in Cincinnati.
You hit some mainstays for sure.
But, yeah, I never worked at the grocery store. That's not my vibe.
You can what did we do last night? I'm feeling a little bit hungover because we went to
Oh, the night. Yeah, dude, I was hungover today.
yeah, you had a full night. I mean, we had dinner,
Ice cream with booze in it.
ice cream with booze in it, and gelato with booze in it.
Well, we went to a bar to watch this game,
Mhm.
and then we realized that wasn't a great vibe.
Not a vibe at all.
I know, and that's not a good bar.
Sometimes it can be. It can be like I think on like during the day on the weekend, it can be fun because they got the
Outside.
Games. Yeah, doing that. Yes, but no,
Yeah.
not at night. And it was raining too. When it rains in the city, the whole city shuts down.
But we dip skirted, and you had people
squad,
from work
for sure.
down the street, but not just people from work. Like,
It was there. There was some absolute. It was some old friends, new friends, a good crew from work for sure.
yeah, squad.
And we went to this new spot called Century Grand, which was cool. It was. What did you think of it? What did you think of the
So-
decor? It's a themed restaurant where it's like supposed to be like a train station. There's a box car in there
It's
where
a big,
you feel like you're
it's
on
a big
train.
vibe now, though.
Yeah.
Like those bars that are. It's like a concept bar. Would you call it?
Yeah, like a train station.
Yeah,
concept.
like it's like because they have a
It's a
sister.
concept album.
It's a concept album. It's great, dude. How I Got Over the Roots. What about the one where they went reverse with the Dream?
Oh yeah.
And and then you shoot your cousin. Damn, forwards and backwards,
Okay,
different
come on, let's
concept.
go.
Kendrick, but the concept bar. They have a sister bar though. Called Undertow, which
Yeah,
is
we're next door.
which is underneath in a old oil bay, right? Which is cool. Just explaining it to people, you're like, I should go there.
Well, yeah.
It used to be an oil bay, and then they turned
feels
it
like
into.
you're,
It's like a ship.
inside a ship.
You're like in the belly of a ship,
Right, and they doubled down on this one, and it's a train theme.
and now you're above ground, moving.
Yes, it does feel like you're moving. All the windows are synced up, and I think we looked it up. It's like you're on
We're
a
in
train to Silverton, Colorado. And
Well,
it's-
that one though, but you move around.
Yeah,
You
it
can
feels
go there
like you're-
another time, and you're going to Kansas City.
Right,
Which would be
that
tough.
That would not be.
I don't know if you got to go past Colorado.
I think they stay in Colorado.
So yeah, it was cool though. I mean, I think sometimes that's the type of place where I feel like it'll hit for like a year, and then I'd be curious if it lasts like 2 years.
Yeah, that was a cool experience. The first experience was cool.
And we know a homie that works
Oh, yeah.
there,
Henry's the man.
so we got fed ice cream with booze in it,
yes,
which was saucy.
absolutely. That's a dangerous idea. Especially after you're drinking an old fashioned.
The shirt. Well,
What's
think about it. We crushed that. I wasn't actually thinking about it until after we did it. We all ate that ice cream very quickly, and it had, in hindsight, a lot of booze in it.
boozy brain freeze for sure.
Yeah,
It's like I can't feel the top of my mouth right now.
we crushed it.
But it's like a
it was
cocktail themed.
Almost to a pretentious degree,
Yes,
cocktail.
there's
thing.
a glossary.
Give
The
me a
menu
fucking
has
old
glossary.
fashioned.
Yeah, yeah. Some people love that shit. Me and you, I don't. I love it, but I don't want to do that much homework. You know what I mean?
I don't like
glossary?
reading a lot. Yeah,
Come on.
I know.
But it was cool, and that'd be a cool like date vibe or something like that. I don't know if I'd go there all the time though by any means.
I don't know if you go there twice.
Maybe go on a date. Take a date there. That's a
Good
fact.
date vibe.
Yes.
Or if somebody's out of town, flex.
Yes, flex up.
But it was interesting. I don't know. I liked it. Century Grand. I would check it out. That is one thing I would definitely say is you should go.
yes, definitely do it. Go experience it one time for sure.
And get in the train.
Get on the train.
Yeah.
Choo-choo.
And you can get drinks on the train you can't get anywhere else in the restaurant.
And it even has the what's it called? It choo-choos like the
Oh yeah.
comes out of the
It's kind of a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
cool.
it was cool. Yeah, there was a bar actually we went to in Paris that I loved because you literally sat down and the waiter would come up and ask what you wanted. Like literally like in a very general term. Like you could say like I love I like a bourbon drink, but I want a little bit sweeter and I
citrus or
don't
something
want
like that?
rye. Yeah, like something like that. Maybe a little bit of citrus, but not too heavy on
Give
this
'em some
flavor, whatever
guidelines
like
on what
that.
you
Yeah,
like.
and then they walk away, and you get that.
Hell yeah.
It was pretty impressive, actually.
That's
That
what
was
I did
really
last
cool.
night with Henry. I just put it in his hands, like this
Which
is-
I prefer.
yeah.
And
Because,
he knows
well,
us.
if you trust the guy, yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
go do what you do. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can look him in the eye and say, "I'll give you a wedgie, bro."
I trust you. Yeah. Because we've known that guy forever.
I've known him since he was 16.
Yeah.
But that was cool. Yeah, it was definitely a place worth checking out.
And led
I'll tell you what,
to-
that ice cream was dope.
Oh, absolutely.
And then we
led
went to the
the
coach.
house, and you met maybe your future wife. I don't
I
know.
think so.
Yeah. This could go somewhere. Be open to it. That's all I'm saying.
Colostomy bag, bro. I'm a banger.
Well,
in
if you guys can already
I'm
talk
a
about
hitter
that,
in
think about what
intestines.
else you could talk about.
Yeah, nurse.
Be open to it.
Nur-
Text
we
her.
got
Ask
nurses.
her how she feels.
Nurses in our family.
Oh yeah. Always. I love nurses. They're kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Also very caring,
Yeah,
because obviously that's what they do for a living.
she's passionate about music too,
Yeah, I'm telling
which
you.
is sometimes like, but
This could
what
be the moment.
music, though?
This could be the moment. What is her name?
Nothing. There's
Her
no
name's
name.
nothing.
No, there's no names. But yeah, it's fun. You know how music though sometimes can be a deal breaker though,
Oh, for you, for
especially when I'm like, so
What if
you
she's
don't
like,
fuck
I
with
mean,
Kanye
or
though?
no, Jay-Z. What would be the deal breaker for you?
If
If she said, I don't.
no, here's a deal breaker. I think we've talked about this. A deal breaker for me is if you don't like if you say like I just listen to whatever's on the radio.
Yeah.
That's a deal breaker. If you actually don't have an opinion about music, that's
Yeah.
crazy to me. Where it's like,
That's tough.
yeah, that's insane to me.
I listen to music every day, all day.
But imagine just turning on whatever
Yeah.
the radio's
Not
playing. Are
caring
you
what
kidding
it
me?
is. Having no
That's nuts.
taste. No.
Like, having like no preference of what is in your eardrums is
Yeah, just
nuts to
whatever,
me.
Just put it on.
Just listen to whatever.
Yeah.
You don't know who sings that your favorite song?
No. I'm
Um,
sure if I heard it, I'd know.
those people are crazy to me.
Yes.
I don't fuck with that energy at all, because that's just like I don't know. I can't. There's a disconnect. It's an extreme disconnect if you're not passionate about music. Because we were talking like the one thing people always think that I watch a lot of comedy specials or like who's your favorite comic, and I don't watch a lot of comedy specials. I see comedy all the time.
Right.
I watch it live too and in person, but I don't like TV shows and shit like that. I don't watch a lot of comedies. I just crushed The Wire for the 4th time.
That's true.
A lot of people watch The Office on a loop. I probably watched The Office once, and I love The Office, right? But like, I don't need to revisit comedies. To me, is not like my shit. I love dramas. I just
Dramas are
watched.
great.
I'm watching Mr. Robot right now.
Yeah, you love Mr. Robot. I never really got into it.
I think you'd really like it. It's fucking fantastic. It's changed. Like, I think he's the director and the writer. Sam Esmail is like creating a different approach toward.
What else would I know him from? Anything else?
No,
Just that.
this is like his big thing. He did something else, and so I know there is something else.
Mrs.
that he
Robot,
did.
maybe.
Mrs. Robot,
It's
yeah.
a different one.
With Christian Slater.
I love Christian Slater.
Christian Slater's great.
Pump up the volume.
And then Rami Malek.
Broken Arrow.
This is the big Rami Malek thing. Yeah,
Broken
big Broken
Arrow.
Arrow guy. John Woo.
Yeah.
Come on. But he.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
it's
check it out.
it's interesting show though, but it's also in my wheelhouse because it's about a hacker.
What if a girl
that-
was like, "I hate Mr. Robot"?
I'd be all right with that. I think that I don't think it would work out long term. I think that they're unintelligent. No, it's actually definitely a show that's like not for everybody though.
Yeah.
It's very. It's just. Trying to think. Like, it's very specific. Like, it's about a hacker who's trying to take over the top 1% through hacking the system and overtaking a company that's very comparable to like
That is
huge corporations.
your
Yeah,
alley.
yeah. So there's this company called Evil Corp, but it's also like through this lens of like it's clearly satire. It's a beautiful show.
I
It's
guess
very
I got-
well done, and it's
check it out.
shot in a way. They got a couple episodes that are like iconic in television. They have one episode that's all one shot,
Nice.
60 minutes, all one shot. or 45 minutes, whatever it is. And there's one episode this season, in season 4, where there's literally 7 words of dialogue.
Wow.
And I didn't even realize it until somebody told me. I was texting somebody that watched. Jessie Johnson also watched the show. She's obsessed with it. And she's obsessed with it to a degree where she notices things like that. I didn't even notice there was no dialogue.
Oh,
it
was
was
cool.
It was like, fuck it. You're just like in it. And they're doing one of these crazy hacks. It's nuts. It's a really cool show.
I will check out Mr. Robot.
But I like dramas though, and that's always a weird thing I think to people. I don't have like, I don't know, comedy.
That's a little weird, yeah, I think.
Best comedies to me are like, I do fuck with Big Mouth though.
Big Mouth.
I watch Big Mouth,
yeah.
And I watch like Always Sunny, but I don't watch it religiously. I'll watch it once and like.
I love that show.
I love it too,
Yeah.
but like, I don't know.
But you don't watch like comedy specials, the new comedy specials that come out?
It's Chappelle and Bill Burr I watch for sure. Like the ones, like if Chris Rock came out with something, I
Aziz
watched
was
that.
good.
I did watch
Aziz one was
Aziz.
good.
I did watch Aziz.
I like the way that was shot too.
I thought that was really unique. But not a lot.
John Mulaney, that new one was good.
I think I watched the whole thing. Something boy.
Kid something. Yeah, his new one.
Yeah.
Where he's at Radio City.
Yes, I watched like half of that. I love him.
Is it partly because you don't want to be, might be a little discouraged, or not discouraged, but
Influenced.
yeah, you don't want to.
I don't
put
want.
something
Yeah.
in your head that then you might
Right.
say.
I want to do my own thing, so I don't like watch other comedians. Yeah, it's almost like I always remember DMX is like one of the most unique hip hop artists ever, and I remember in an early interview, he was talking about people were always like, they said you remind people of Tupac and shit like that, and there's like, are you influenced by any other artists? And he said, I don't listen to other artists.
Just me.
I don't listen to any other artists because I don't want to be influenced by anybody else. I want to be myself. And I always say, look within.
You certainly do.
I always say, look. Every answer.
Sometimes on a patio, you're screaming it in somebody's face.
You got to look within, bro. Well, every answer that you've ever wanted to figure out is already within yourself.
I 100%.
And
agree.
reaching outside of yourself is just trying to like figure out things that you're not. And you can get great at something that you're not currently tapped into within yourself. You could get great at that, but it'll never be you. There's something within you already that's unique.
You need to be yourself.
And you got to be yourself. That's Oasis this year, 2019,
100%.
has been a great artist to like get like back obsessed with. Because I don't think when I was younger listening to Oasis, I realized really what they were talking about.
Yeah, it was a cool song, but then you're like, wow, they're really talking about believing in themselves.
That is
100%.
mostly what they're talking about,
Yes.
is the belief within yourself, not allowing outside forces to change who you are, and also believing in others too. They do, like there's a lot of songs about how they want to.
They need each other.
They need, yeah, because we believe in each other, and also finding that love that mirrors that passion. A lot of their songs are about that too, like. Trying to think what the name is.
It's funny art-wise. They are able to say that, like, they act like complete asshole rock star guys.
Yeah.
But really in there, if you listen to the words, they're saying some pretty soft stuff. You know what I mean?
But
About
profound
love.
stuff.
No, absolutely profound. Yeah. But it's just funny how artists are that way.
Yeah.
They would in an interview would never say, because we need each other, because we believe in each other. But
Well,
yeah,
Kanye,
through art they can
Kanye
express
is
that.
a perfect example of people. If you just look at him as an individual, you're like, this guy's a fucking asshole.
Right.
He says all this shit. If you listen to Runaway,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, this is
Very
some of the
vulnerable
most
person. Yeah.
introspective fucking shit I've ever heard in my life. Very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Or the song Friends.
Real friends, yeah.
Real Friends is like an amazing song.
How many have them?
Yeah. And he also is, it's just artists are, they're crazy like that.
It's awesome, yeah. I think it's amazing that they can express themselves. It's like, because people are always looking for a way to express themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And, yes, but someone who finds a way to do it that well.
Look
awesome.
within. And you'll find that the greatest artists ever, the ones that, and I guess it depends how you define great. I would say maybe the artists with the most longevity, right? The people that have their career spanning 2 decades or something like that. Mm-hmm. Like the Jay-Z's, the Tom Pettys, the Bruce Springsteens, shit like that. What you'll find in their careers is that the further they get into their careers, the more they're figuring out themselves through their art more and more and more. So they literally just took this simple approach of looking within and trying to figure out more and more about yourself, peeling back the layers of yourself. And they expose that in their art. And as they also do that, they continue to get greater and greater.
Absolutely.
And if they don't get greater, they stay and they maintain their greatness.
Right, and the people who want them to stay in that box, why don't you make an album like the one that I love?
It's like, well,
why would I
fuck
do
you.
that? I already did that.
Yeah, I already did
For
that
sure.
multiple times. Outkast.
100%.
Outkast is a perfect example of a duo that did it, too,
Yeah.
which is a hard thing to do,
Absolutely.
as we know with Liam and Noel.
Yes.
Like, Outkast, every single album is completely different.
Yeah, with the big middle finger. And if you don't like it, okay.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what we're going to do on the next one? We're going to both make solo albums, call it Love Below and Speaker Box, and win a Grammy.
Oh, yeah.
But
100%. Got to be yourself.
like Kendrick has been able to do that. But then the classics, right? The Billy Joels and the Elton
Yeah, they
Johns
all
and
just-
Seeger.
Did it my way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frankie.
Yeah.
Sinatra for 100%.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that you got to think about if you're trying to make shit work. I'm trying to make shit work.
Yeah,
Trying
you're
to-
making a big step here. Moving to La La Land, the land of milk and honey. You're going over there, huh, bud?
Is it Milk and Honey? Is that what they call it?
I've heard it before.
I
was influenced. Sorry.
outside influence.
I mean, I took that one from someone else. Yeah.
I'm going to Los Angeles. I announced it this weekend. A video that I actually shot right here in this chair, and
Is it warm, bud?
talked about compared Phoenix to a woman. I thought it was a fun video.
I didn't know that. I watched it. It was fun.
But I'm going to Los Angeles because it's time.
It is time.
I did everything here.
You gotta make that leap for sure. Cut the net.
Yeah, and I've got to be myself.
You do. You better bring yourself to L.A. for sure.
Yeah,
Don't
and
leave it here.
yeah, that's all I'm
Um,
packing is
Are
myself.
you excited? Because I was thinking last night, I was kind of laughing to myself when you were saying, I hate this Scottsdale shit. I hate this. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know you're moving to the ultimate Scottsdale.
Yeah, we're fake LA. I'm
Yeah,
going to the
you're
real
moving
LA.
to L.A.
But there's, I mean, Scottsdale though. When I talk about that, like, I still love Phoenix. This downtown Phoenix, I fuck with, and like Midtown, all that shit. Like, I still vibe with that. There's levels of Tempe that I respect still.
But I had to move on.
I do fuck with Tempe though. I mean, you go to Casey Moore's every once in a while.
Sure.
It's fine. There's that old town energy, that Scottsdale energy is just something I'm just so done with. I don't know.
I figure.
I've disconnected. I've felt disconnected with it for the past like year and a half, 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked about you like that with you too before.
Oh, sure. It was just funny. You were angry last
Meanwhile-
night. I mean, I
Fuck this
respect it. Yeah. I mean, I completely understand what you're saying about Scott. I work right in the middle of it.
I know.
And it's like, but I get it. And it's
They don't.
also
They're not me.
my source of income.
100%.
So,
Yeah, there's a different perspective. And also, if it's not for me, it doesn't mean it's not for you.
Right.
And I know that you've been able to find people within every place that are.
It doesn't. Scottsdale doesn't define me. I'll be me
Right.
wherever I go. And it's like, there's definitely some spots in Scottsdale that are still very fun. And I know
DJs.
exactly. You can have some fun DJs.
Geisha Go-Go on a Sunday.
Yeah, go see Debbie. For
Yeah.
sure.
No, you're 100%. And sometimes you'll roll into a bar and see some people, and you're like, "This is great."
Oh yeah.
These
It can
mom-
be so much fun.
It's-
Yeah.
It
can be
is.
so geeky.
And we kind of, it's cool just being us too, because we can roll into a lot of bars and people are like, "What's good, dude?"
What's up?
The Turner Bros are here. Yeah, so that's cool too.
Yes.
It's nice, and I won't have that in LA, which will be unfortunate to not. I got to work my angles with some bartenders.
You'll be good. You'll be just fine.
But I think I'm ready to go to LA too, because like if you told me 3-4 years ago if I was going to go to LA, and I thought about this multiple times making the move, I was not ready at those moments, and I think that I would have figured it out, right? I would have gone to LA and figured it out, but I didn't have the connections out there that I have, and I didn't feel comfortable with the people that I know out there. Now I go out there and like I got like my real friends out there.
Right.
I've always had like one of my Gabe is out there, like that's
that?
like family, right?
Okay, I know Gabe.
And so he's always been out there, right? And some other people from ASU days and shit like that always support me. But like now I got like people within comedy there that like are like family to me too.
Hell yeah.
And people that can hold me accountable, that are positive influences on me, that can elevate me, and that I can help elevate them and shit.
Absolutely.
And continue to look within yourself.
Yes.
And they're not gonna expect anything else from me.
And I
That's nice.
I can come out and visit. It'll be fun to come to LA.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. You're gonna need to find a place to stay. Yeah. You can't stay with me.
Yeah, it'll be good. I'll be kind of closer to the water than I expected, because I was thinking about moving like east side, but I'll be not really west side, but I'll be on the west side of LA at least,
Hell yeah, man.
downtown.
Proud of you.
It'll be good, man. I think it's time. I've done so much here,
Yes. And the city loves you. I mean,
and I'll still be able to
it's
come
given-
back
yeah,
and say what up.
for sure. they've given you a lot too.
Yeah. And I think I just have an opportunity to go out there and just hit it. I'm sure there'll be ups and downs.
For sure.
But like I was thinking like 2020, it just makes sense. New decade. I'll be out there right at the start of the year.
Yeah, this is your decade.
It's like a clean. This is my
Dahmer.
decade. It's very. This is how Dahmer approached the 90s.
The Roaring 20s for Mikey T.
The Roaring 20s, and hopefully there's some chicks out there that think it's the Whoring 20s.
Well, I mean, the girl from
Holler
last
at
night.
me. Oh yeah, but also I'm committed.
Yes. Hello. Pinch
behind the elbow.
Hey.
Oh, the little armpit fat. Hey, how you doing, sweet tits?
Jesus
You know, something like that. But
man.
yeah,
Sorry,
I
Mom.
think the game that I've learned here is spit at women will really translate well to LA.
Yeah, your game for sure.
Yeah.
You need to pack an extra bag for your game. Yeah.
For my
Bring
game.
some extra vibe.
Is your game mobile? I'm giving chicks the full court press. I call my game is 99 Bearcats defense.
filled
dude.
with vague.
This is Arkansas Razorbacks 1994. 60 minutes of hell is what I call.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
my entire approach towards the
I
game.
don't think you're gonna do well.
It'll be good. I think that's the one thing is I believe in myself to be able to figure it out, and I have no doubt in my ability to, at least approach things the right way and be in the right actions. At the end of the day, if things don't work out the way I envision them, which I don't see happening, but I know that I'll have the right mentality towards that if it happens and be able to adjust and figure it out.
You can't look at it like this is gonna work out. Look
Yeah.
at it like it will, but if it doesn't, know you can take care of it.
Yeah, so it'll be good. I'm just ready to work hard at it and fucking just put your nuts on the table and hope they remember the smell.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I'm saying, though?
I do know what you mean. I
So
think,
I think
there's
that's
a
a-
better way to say that.
Well,
But yeah, man, I'm proud of you, especially for that comment. But well, we'll miss you. I'll represent you out here. We're gonna, and you can always come.
rap it hard.
Always coming back home.
Yeah.
for sure.
It'll be good. Always coming back home to you. No matter where I am, no matter what I do.
Atmosphere.
Just a 10-letter word. Discretion is the name of my cement-feathered bird. It's crazy to write that and be like, I think this is the next
Say it.
bar.
Yeah.
This
I'm
is
gonna
it. This is it right here.
Give me a mic.
Give me a mic. Yeah, and it's nice. The years winding down. The decade's winding down, which is crazy.
Yeah.
The aughts. Is this the aughts?
I've seen a lot of like people posting this was this person 2010 to now, like Travis Scott 2010.
What was he? He was probably
It's not-
he's
nothing.
probably 12 years old.
No, but I mean he was, or maybe it was 2011. Either way, when he started to where he is now.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Or no, he posted something on Twitter saying I'm gonna be, when he was nobody, I'm gonna be the most fucking famous rapper in the world. And then
What did he do?
9 years later,
Believed in himself.
totally 100%.
He's not the best in the world, right? But
Well, that's what you have to have.
he's
to
in the
tell yourself.
convo.
Yeah, not the best, but he's in the top 2.
yeah, and I'm not that fresh. But Travis Scott is like a mini Kanye to me. I respect what he's done.
Yeah, it's good.
He's got a different sound, different approach, good energy. He's got a good documentary actually about him.
Oh, watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. He believes in himself. And that's the thing too, is like you just gotta just approach it with not blind optimism, but like true belief.
Certainly.
Like that's the thing that I always tell myself, like when there's some daunting task in front of me that I haven't achieved before, like something that somebody wants me to do something that I've never done in the past. Like let's say, and this hasn't occurred yet, but I know one day, or I hope to in the near future perform in front of like a coliseum, right, or like 1,000+ people, right?
Right.
And that'll happen eventually. And sometimes you're like, well, I've never done this before. How the fuck am I going to do this? What the fuck am I going to do? How am I going to blah, blah, blah. But what I try to remind myself in moments like that is go back on all the other times that you've had things that you hadn't accomplished then and remember that you did figure all those things
you already
out.
Did it. It's in
You've
you.
already done all these other things. Why the fuck can't you do this next thing?
Right.
And it really does calm me down, and it helps that next step. So that's how I'm approaching the next 10 years of my life is like I haven't done this before. I've never lived in LA. I've never been around all these people. But shit, I did this.
Right.
And I did Phoenix in a way that I don't think anybody else did Phoenix.
Right. I got through that.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I'm the best person that's ever come through Phoenix, but I know that I've
I
done
think
things.
you said that numerous times.
I believe that. And I think that in time people could say that as well. but I definitely have accomplished things here that nobody
Certainly.
else has accomplished and
100%.
done, and so it'll be good. I got to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Fuck Scottsdale, you know what I mean? Fuck that.
Fuck Jay-Z.
No, don't say that. Also, Jay-Z's back on Spotify.
That's been great.
That's been really nice.
I forgot what it was
for
like
my
to drive
influence.
around in a car with Jay-Z on.
I don't know if you heard the Volume 3, but the first track he tells you to put all the windows down and cruise around your city. He doesn't give a fuck if it's wintertime. And I did that,
Put it
and I
all
was
down.
listening, and I was like, damn, this is really
Okay.
going.
I'm listening. Jay-Z's the man.
Jay-Z fucking...
You forget.
I
and
never
then I'm
forget.
scrolling through the albums. Just
It's nuts, dude.
where do I even start?
I know. You start at the beginning, actually. It's beautiful. I
Yeah.
did it on a road trip recently. I started at Reasonable Doubt, and I went all the way through. There's some dips, but, like, not a lot, dude.
Not a lot of valleys.
Yeah, not a lot of valleys at all. And,
He's on that mountaintop for sure.
oh, my God. I think he's the peak of it. It's beautiful that he's accessible again. And
Mhm.
that's what a giving man. He's turning 50 years old. He turned 50 years
That's
old.
my gift to you.
And instead of him getting a gift, which I'm sure, I would hope Beyonce got him
she
some
got
stuff.
something, yeah. Some lemonade.
Yeah, but he gave the world his art again.
That's what. As you get older, that's what. That's what
Take
feels
this.
even better. It's
Take
giving it. Yeah.
Take
It's
that.
giving
Take
than
that.
taking.
You know what I did this? Somebody gave me a gift. Actually, Ali Makovsky opened up for Joe Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go see Joe Rogan in a
How was that?
Coliseum on Friday.
Just
That
want
was
some
cool.
DMT.
No, I was uncomfortably high though. Uncomfortably
It's
high.
the theme, I think.
I don't smoke as much as I used to.
Right. Keep telling yourself that.
Like I actually didn't smoke. I was thinking about it this week. Like that was the only day I smoked.
Really?
And I used to smoke every day.
Oh yeah.
Not a ton, but definitely smoked every day.
Yeah.
Since I was 15 or something. It is crazy. I was actually thinking about that recently. Since I was 15, I'm now 33.
Stay smoking weed.
I've probably smoked like 92% of the days.
Yeah, I stopped. I smoked a lot when I was younger, and then I could not maintain.
But you smoked in bulk. You had a Costco approach towards smoking.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then it was just like I'm already naturally a little lazy, so it was not helping me at all.
No.
At one point.
I've smoked definitely like sporadically, and then comedy like you'll just find somebody's got a joint.
Yeah, for sure.
But Adam Santora, our buddy, he turned 33 as well.
Mm-hmm.
My friend since my freshman year of college,
All the way back.
the first friend I ever made there. I said, "You smoke?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Shit, we can be
Let's
friends.
go.
Yeah, let's be buddies."
12 years later.
And so yeah, but we went to that, dude. Sometimes I'll get so high, I was like uncomfortable to be in public.
Yeah, that's one thing I hated about it.
I was like,
I didn't want to go anywhere, and I definitely didn't want to talk to anybody.
And yeah, it was funny, but that was cool seeing somebody that I knew, Allie, do a theater like that. I think it was like 5,000 people.
Oh yeah.
And that was crazy.
So
Then I was high as shit, like, this is great.
I'll be you one day.
Yeah, and then it's cool to think about that. And then you're so high that you freak out about it, and then you're like, I'll never. That's why I don't want to smoke weed anymore either. Then you do start questioning shit, and then you're so high, you're like, I didn't question this when I didn't smoke this joint.
Right.
Why the fuck am I questioning it now?
Yeah, maybe slow
You're
down
just
the
in your
weed,
head. Yeah. Like, I can't do this. I should quit. The
Or
idea,
maybe
you're
you should
like,
quit weed.
yeah, I mean, that's the thing that you should
Yes.
take a step back and think. But in the moment, you're like, I should just stop doing
Yeah,
comedy.
I'm
I'm gonna stay in
not
Phoenix.
gonna do this
actually.
anymore. Yeah.
I'm gonna get a sales job. Be a man.
That's
oh
awesome,
man, it's tough. But yeah, we're in December too, so that's kind of nice. So
We
we got
are.
like a couple weeks till Christmas. It's that holiday season.
One of the booziest times of year, bud.
Do you guys have Christmas parties at Olive and Oil?
Oh, big time. Olive and Ivy. Olive and Vivey.
Olive and Ivy.
We do. Yeah, we have a bunch. Everybody's booking.
There,
the
yeah, I
rooms
feel
or
like
the
that's a
patio.
great spot for
Absolutely. Christmas parties are hilarious.
it. You can book the whole patio.
You can. It's going to cost you a pretty penny.
Wow,
yeah.
that'd
or
be
just the fire pit side.
That's a major flex, though.
It is. It's definitely. I mean, that's going to cost you a pretty penny.
Best
Um,
patio in Scottsdale.
That's very true. But fuck Scottsdale.
Fuck y'all.
But even, I mean, bartending, it's so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
But being a part of a Christmas party is one of the funnest things, too.
Oh yeah.
Are you dressing up? Are you the guy dressed as a Christmas present? Because
This will be my first
kinda
year
like that
not in a
guy.
corporate environment.
Yeah.
I've seen some tough goes at Christmas party.
Sure.
It is crazy because you go to Christmas party is always fun entering it because you know somebody's going to lose their job probably.
Lose
by
your
the
job,
end of the
or
night.
at least someone's gonna say, I'm gonna talk to you on
You're
Monday.
gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna have a real talk on Monday.
Yeah, I can't believe you used the N-word in
Yeah,
front of my wife.
yeah.
I didn't mean it.
And that's always fun. Yeah, I won't be doing the Christmas. Well, you know what? Actually, I might pop out to L.A. and there's a Christmas party at the Comedy Store.
You should definitely do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to be watching a lot of people get drunk at Olive and Ivy. And then it's also just a very boozy time of year because no one wants to make a commitment about, business-wise, like, let's just talk about this in January.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then everybody's around their
Push it to
family.
Q1.
Yeah,
Q1.
exactly. You're around a lot of family. A lot of people are maybe not around. That brings up all those memories. It can be a boozy time.
Yeah.
December, especially.
Yeah, December, it gets boozy. It's weird being in Arizona, though, because there's no...
It's actually, like great weather.
We got palm trees are wrapped up. Yeah, I was just running outside
just
yesterday.
sweating, yeah.
67 degrees.
Sweating.
So that is weird. It does get a little chilly at night. It is nice.
It's the desert. Extreme weather.
Yeah. But do you got some Christmas... Do you guys do a Christmas party?
We don't do it an actual one. No, Olive and Ivy does not throw one.
Fox does?
But I think corporate might have one, yeah, but I'm not invited to that.
Because you used to have some, like Grimaldi's used to
those
do
were
one.
wild. Well, I think we will
at
have
a
someone
bowling
will
alley.
someone will get a party going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. One year we went to the bowling alley. We didn't even bowl. We just went to the bar. The old town crowd. That was aggressive.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Bowling alley bars are crazy.
Yes, do you remember? We used to go to that one a lot. There would the Bud Light in an actual bowling
The
pin.
dude had 2 hearing aids.
Yeah,
You had to scream at him and be like,
Is that, huh? And then you hit with the other ear,
Oh
like,
my
no idea what you said.
he had the double hearing
Like,
aids.
how did you get this job?
Was nuts, yeah. That was crazy.
You should find a different job.
What's going on, bud?
Can you sign it?
You can't hear anything. What's up?
Bud Light.
The Bud Lights were bowling pins.
Absolutely. Those were awesome, actually.
That was why did they end that? They were Budweisers, I think they
bring
were.
that back.
But they were the glass.
Was the shape of a bowling pin. I
That
drank
was
out of a bowling
nuts.
ball. That was wild.
I don't remember. That was nuts. I do remember we used to crush that bowling alley.
Absolutely.
I
Well, we
was
lived right
averaging
there.
I got up to like 150,
Do it
160
two or three times a week, yeah.
spinners,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that was good times.
Those were good days.
With Juanito Blanquito.
Yes. The Phoenix memories, man. These are the memories that last. They're going to be there. You're
Oh,
taking
yeah.
them with you.
Oh yeah, I've been here for 14 years.
It's crazy.
30 years. It's like the hurricane. Ruben
Well,
Carter.
I'm looking forward to it. And you have on Thursday is the last This Week Sucks Tonight.
Yeah, so Thursday, the December 12th will be the last This Week Sucks Tonight.
Everybody come out.
And then, yeah, if not, you can watch it on YouTube or Facebook. And then, yeah, we're flexing major hard. And then I'll do the last Genuine. Anybody in Phoenix listening, the last Genuine will be the 17th at
Next Tuesday?
Genuine. Yep. And then I'll be chilling for a few more weeks, and I'll probably do a little going away show or something like that.
Oh, yeah. We got to throw you a party.
Yeah. That'll be boozy.
Oh, yes.
I'm on the
You're on the spectrum?
giveaway dick tour. Or going away. I'm leaving town, sweet tits.
Anybody you need to see?
You think that's a good line?
I don't. I don't think that is a good line at all.
I'm leaving. You can only
You
get
need
it
to
for
say-
I don't know if you're familiar with supply and demand, but
Going out of business. sale.
supply. I got a going out of business sale on my penis.
Jesus.
Everything must go.
Half off. Clearance sale.
I've got a clearance sale on my D.
And they're like, excuse me? It's like,
What's up?
What did you just say to me?
What's going on?
That's funny.
So that'll be kind of my approach towards my game.
It's a
the next
tour,
game.
yeah.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but I'm leaving town.
She's like, great.
She's like, "Well, I'm looking for something serious." And I'm like, "Well,
I'm not.
I can seriously, I can seriously go down on you if you want me to. I can approach that with a level of sincerity that
Yes. A going away tour.
you can only find in a Boyz II Men song.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm having a going away tour.
That'll be good. I'm excited.
I just saw Ozzy Osbourne's having he's called the tour's called we'll never do this again too. Or something like that. Whatever tour Black
How many
Sabbath is
times?
on
Yeah,
right now
for sure.
is like it's the
We
last
Need
tour
Money,
ever,
yeah.
and then they just put 2
They
on
should
it.
just do the We Need Money tour. Yeah, how many times did Jay-Z retire, right? They all did. They all
Genius though.
did. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Black Album was definitely the last album.
Reinvent yourself. It's like,
Meanwhile,
I'm
that's
not
like the
making music.
midpoint of his career.
Not making any more music.
I will say, after you listen to all the albums, Black Album still hits the hardest.
Black Album's the man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's great. 444 also probably top 5 for me.
Very good.
But the going away tours, I was geeking out. There was like that. Kiss is doing, I guess, their last ever tour.
I believe
Those
Seeger,
are
though.
sad.
I believe Bob Seger.
I
think
100% believe
I think
Seeger
he's
because
done.
he had back surgery just to finish the tour.
Yeah, he's like, I got to get this over.
I can't not do it.
and ride off into the sunset.
Watch me ride on into the sunset. Who's that? That's AC/DC?
I don't know.
But they're touring.
I'm sure they are. They're all nostalgia's gigantic right
Somebody's
now.
dead in that group, though, right? Didn't somebody die in that group?
Well, the original lead singer died. Yeah.
Are you trying to see? Do you know it'll be the best thing about LA? We were talking about. I'm gonna see a lot of live music.
Oh yeah, concerts for sure. I got to look at some shows and.
I
make my
want
way
to.
out
I've
there.
never gone to the Hollywood Bowl to see a show.
That sounds. I mean, that would be a vibe. That's on the bucket list for
Yeah,
sure.
I gotta go somewhere. I gotta go see a good show there.
Definitely.
I've seen a bunch of shows at the Forum.
Now it's in your neighborhood, so you can do it.
It's in the hood, dog.
It's in the hood.
Think about moving to Inglewood.
You should do whatever you feel, whatever's inside
I'm
of
gonna
you.
move to Inglewood.
Believe in that.
But yeah, it'll be good, man.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
excited. Next steps, and then yeah, I think eventually you'll move to San Diego. Is that the
San
move?
Diego could be good. I mean, if I moved, I would move west. I would not move Midwest. I
You would move farther west,
Yeah, I would move west.
the westward hoe.
Yeah, I think I'd either do like San Diego, maybe Oregon or something like that.
Oregon?
Oregon could be cool.
Oregon's a big vibe.
Yeah, love it up there.
Bend, Oregon.
Yeah, super white. I'm super white. I'm fit right
It's
in.
very white.
Yes. Grow a beard. Start a brewery.
Where was I?
Meet a girl. Start a family.
I was somewhere so white recently.
Denver.
Most places. Yeah, Denver's super white.
Yeah.
Portland, yeah. Oregon is.
Oh,
No,
very
you know what? Portland's not. It's pretty white though.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
You were gonna say it. It's super white.
it's super white.
But yeah, man.
Oh, at the Joe. That's where I was. That was super white. The Joe Rogan show
Oh,
was like
100%.
so white. I was like, damn. I guess black people don't really fuck with them that much.
Joe Rogan, no way.
I didn't think about that.
No.
But it made complete sense.
Yeah.
I was there. I was literally. I swear, there was 5,000 white people in that audience.
Absolutely, man.
That's my key demo.
White people for sure. Michael James Turner.
Yeah, white people that understand
Whitest
what a
guy I know.
401k can
The
do
whitest
for you.
kids know.
But yeah, we'll be breaking down the move though. I'll be
Breaking
here
it
for
all
a
down,
few
yeah.
weeks, and then hopefully the Bengals go on a nice little heater. I see a 3-game win streak coming.
God. Hopefully beat the Patriots. Those cheaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got to. Yeah, they got to cheat
I
to
just read today. That
1-12?
They definitely have like 8 minutes solid of just they're
us
just
throwing
filming
up
the
gang
signals
signs on the
But you're
sideline.
not cheating, right?
First of all, we weren't even communicating with the quarterback. I don't know if you saw the last game, but our,
Yeah.
our coach was not
Sending in
actually
signals to
coaching.
somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know what you were
He's
watching.
like, Big Mac.
Yeah, but
I'm hungry. Are you hungry?
there was no communication between our coach and what was going on
Trash.
the field.
Yeah.
So I think you guys are gonna get. I got the Patriots by 17 in this game.
I think they win too.
But yeah, we got that winding down.
We'll break it all up. I'll break it all down.
And then yeah, let's catch up on some movies too soon. I haven't watched anything.
I am in.
I just crushed The Wire again, so
I
that's
know.
all.
We
I
all know.
And
We've said it on
Mr.
every
Robot will
episode.
be. I finally finished it again.
Yeah.
Best time I've ever had.
Everybody was waiting.
Shout out to McNulty.
Thank God you did it.
Bunk.
You watched The Wire.
Can't believe Kima did what she did. But either way, yeah, we will. We'll be
break it
back
all
soon. God bless. And good
God
night.
bless America and God bless the brothers Turner.
God bless this country.
Yes. Love you guys.
Holla.
Peace.